think of all the time that's gone by. I think of all the memories that I made with you right here by my side.
Moving on to another one, thinking of. I think of all the time that's gone by. I mean, that's an entire message in itself there. Thinking of all the memories that I've made with you right here by my side. I think of all the times we were laughing. I think of all those times we should have been. Tell me more about that one.
Well, this song's kind of about my wife and I wrote it for all couples, really. Yeah. Anyone who's been married for a little while knows that you have ups and downs. Mm-hmm. In the beginning, you may feel like it should be perfect all the time, but you soon realize that it's not. You do have trials, you do have problems, and you have to work through them. And one night, it was probably about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes a song just comes on you, and I wrote it in like 20 minutes, and I had to go wake up my wife
and share it.
I had to share it with her, and she was half asleep, but she woke up pretty quick when she was hearing some of the words, and
there you go.
And it really, I think it touched her, and I really wanted to write it though, not just for her, but for all couples, because we've had our own struggles. We went through some periods, and I'm glad we made it through, and I'm glad we didn't give up, and I'm glad we stuck it out, because it's worth it.
10 years coming up, right?
Yeah, 10 years.
Amen. Congratulations. Yeah, it was interesting, because when I was reading the lyrics to this one, I was thinking, okay, that's got to be a couple that he's talking about, but then I see the same thing in our relationship with Christ. Yeah. That so much time goes by, and how often we tend to ignore that relationship, and all the memories that we have had and what we probably should have had, Yeah. Was that entering into your thoughts process as well?
Possibly. It wasn't the initial intention of the lyrics, but I could see how someone could take that and think of it that way. And it's always neat, the people's.
Yeah, bring a different, music will hit certain people certain ways, and it's interesting just to see how that happens, and somebody hears something that we may have written and will just talk to us about how that impacted them in a certain way, and it's like, well, wow.
That wasn't what we were going for at all.
Right. Well, and it's just cool to see how it impacts people in a different way. Mm-hmm. Everybody's gonna hear something different within the song, and that's that's awesome.
Very cool. Very cool. Fred, tell me a little bit about the technical end of this CD. How difficult was it to put this thing together?
Well, the album itself, it's probably been about 2 years in the making. Because By Me goes easily back 2 years. And so we've kind of been writing, and as we would play shows and worship events and that sort of thing, it would kind of be able to sculpt the songs a little bit more. So actually probably last fall, when we actually started tracking them, we had a really good idea of where everything was going musically, and so it went pretty quickly, to be able to get things down, on tape, and it's probably been about a year since we started tracking, but just the ideas and stuff we already knew what we were going to do with it, and it was just a matter of putting it down. So we tried some different things, you know, with how we did some of the parts, which we haven't done before, and I think it turned out, you know, really cool for our first try in the studio. So
Cool.
Yeah. Fred, well, you know, Park Corner Studios is where Fred co-owns with Jeff Marshall. And,
yeah.
that's where we did all the album, of course. It's been really good.
Yeah. It's a departure from the first two, because the first two we kind of tracked wherever we could find space. So this time it was the first time we were all in one location, so that was refreshing just to be able to do it, not drag drums around to whatever room we could find and put guitar amps in bathrooms and that sort of thing.
So yeah, very cool. So what's next? What's on the horizon? You have the CD release party and concert, Lincoln Square Theater, October 3rd?
Second.
October 2nd. What's on the horizon?
Well, we're always we play a lot of you know, for a lot of worship events and that sort of thing, because that's what we're really passionate about doing. And so we're just trying to book some more of those types of things. We've got a few things in the works for after the CD release, but yeah, we're just plugging away and hopefully be able to get the music into the hands of the people that need to hear it.
And how can they get a hold of this CD?
Well, if you come to any of the shows, you can obviously buy it on excuse me, October 2nd. But then it's also going to be available for download on iTunes and through Amazon and also CD Baby. Right now, actually, though, if you go to day40.net /freemusic.htm, you can download one of the songs for free.
We'll flash that up on the screen too.
Right.
Like it's happening right now.
Right.
That's right. But wait. If you order it.
The next 19 seconds.
Get some Ginsu knives.
Right through a Pepsi can.
You mentioned being available for events in praise and worship, youth events, things of that nature. Where do they need to go to contact you to schedule an event?
Well, there's several ways to do it. You can go to the website and there's a contact tab, and underneath that you can either email myself, Fred at day40.net, or Jim at day40.net, and we can set it up that way. You can also, if you're on Twitter, you can send us a message on there. Our Twitter name is at day40. And we're also on Facebook, so you can catch us on there. We try to make ourselves as available as possible.
Thanks for watching. Again, we're here with Ted Smith with Living Christian Magazine, and you can pick that up in several places.
You can subscribe online at livingchristianmagazine.com, or you can pick it up at several local retailers, Berean Bookstore, Victory Pharmacy, Soundcheck Music, various other places like that will be able to have a copy.
Thanks for tuning in.